Welcome back to the final segment here on Field Goals and Forecast. Ryan Addy alongside James Derrick and joined by a very special guest, FIFA representative, Jozy Altidore. How are you today, Jozy?
I'm great, guys. Thanks for having me.
You just showed up on Radio Row. What's your first impression here?
I mean, this is pretty cool. I mean, you see it on TV. You always, like, when you're watching Super Bowl coverage, you see people reporting out of here.
Yeah.
So to finally be here, I didn't get the chance last year. I was busy, but today got a chance to come in, spend time with you guys. It's pretty cool to see all the activity that goes on behind the big game.
Yeah, so you look right over there. It's like Pat McAfee. I'm like, I can't believe he's right there, It's so cool. But you've been a lot of stops along the way, obviously. La Liga, you went to the Premier League, stuff like that. What was your favorite stop along the way?
Definitely my favorite stop was playing in La Liga.
Okay.
Living in Spain, the teammates I got to have and learn from, and I just really enjoyed, like, it's going to sound weird, but like the temperature. I grew up in South Florida.
Yeah, come on.
And so growing up in South Florida and going over there,
right.
It's a natural transition. So, like, I just love that. And I had really fond memories about, Spain and that lifestyle was amazing.
Right, and at Villarreal, that's a pretty great team to be on.
Yeah, it's a good team, so it was cool.
Especially at such a young age, too, yeah.
I was a young cub, man. I was 18, so it's
crazy.
like a new life out there.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to visit Spain before. I'm just interested. Do you have like a favorite food over there that you were like that's a go-to?
I mean, it's hard not to love the food in Spain.
Yeah.
You have the paella, which is
That was
delicious,
exactly
right?
what I was thinking.
You got to try the paella out there. You have the bocadillos, which are like these sandwich. There's a number of things I love, and actually, I've adopted and still kind of eat like that today. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great. What was your feeling? Like, what was the feeling in your gut when you finally got called up to the men's national team? I mean, again, you were really, really young when this was all happening, so.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy because, like, literally your life then goes into overdrive, right? Like, things start coming at you, and it was just a dream come true, to be honest. And, fast forward now, 20 years later, and, I'm still able to be in the sport. We're talking about a World Cup coming here and all the excitement in the country. So the biggest thing for me is to see how the game has grown.
Yeah.
And so it's been really exciting to see that.
And you played in a World Cup game. I mean, how's the atmosphere different? I'm assuming it's great when you're on the pitch.
I know this is a football channel.
Yeah.
So imagine, a Super Bowl happening in basically, 15 plus cities, right? In the same week.
Right.
Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. And that's what it's like. It's something like no other. And it's literally a baby Super Bowl happening in multiple cities. The fanfare. You guys are going to see something you've never seen before.
Yeah,
and you're going to love it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
No, I mean, like the Super Bowl is huge in the U.S., obviously, but the World Cup is like unanimously the biggest event in the entire globe. And like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you scored a goal against England a while back. I mean, what was going through your head? Like, this is the biggest stage.
I got to correct him.
Oh, correct me.
I didn't get to score against England. I actually hadn't scored in a World Cup.
Oh, my goodness.
So
Google,
he's
man.
pouring salt in the wounds.
Oh,
Google, man.
I'm sorry.
But I've been a part of it. And, one of the games that changed my life was in 2010. We played Algeria. We won in the last minute. And, being part of that game, being part of that team, I've been able to obviously, go from leap to leap. So the World Cup is a life changer in so many ways for so many players, including myself.
Kind of on that topic, what's the greatest player you've either played against or played with or even both?
Lionel Messi, definitely the best player I've played against.
That's pretty cool.
That man is a wizard, okay? And then best player I've played with, there's a guy, I know it's a football channel, but this guy named Santi Cazorla. The guy was, is it ambidextrous? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I'll probably butcher
right
that.
foot, yeah.
He's both, you didn't know what he was, and the nicest dude.
Wow.
So Santi Cazorla was,
That's great.
he was a demon.
That's
He was nice with it.
I mean, everyone wishes they could just use their left foot as good as their right or right as good as. I can't believe you used both of that. Yeah, that's extremely impressive. Extremely impressive.
So, I mean, a lot of your experience growing up as a football player, traveling all over the world, you were so young. How does that, like, shape you as a person, being all over the globe like that, just outside of football?
For me, it's been an incredible blessing because as I now transition in my life and I'm doing different things, having that opportunity at a young age and often having to step out of my comfort zone. At that time, I thought it was a crutch, but now I see the ability to be able to kind of be in different environments and still kind of find my balance is a strength of mine. And I only have gotten that through, my professional career and having played in so many places and take on so many different challenges at a young age.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you want to talk about a young age. You were drafted before you even had your high school diploma, I believe. So how do you deal with that fame at such a young age? And, I mean, you're in high school. Everybody's probably looking at you like, that's got to be something.
It's got to be something, but you got to think about the flip side. I didn't have my license when I turned pro.
Yeah.
So my mama was driving me to practice in our Toyota Camry.
Incredible.
Our Toyota Camry. Okay, I was on $50K a year. So I thought I was balling, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not really making anything. But on the flip side, too, it was cool to be able to, like, buy a PlayStation when I wanted it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Buy the new, the Metal Gear game. I don't know if you guys played Metal Gear.
Oh, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid came out. I said I got it on my own. I have my own money.
Awesome.
So on that scale, it was really cool to, like, start making money and then help my parents out.
Yeah.
Take care of some, mortgage, whatever it was with my mom and dad was really nice to be able to do. And then later retire them. That's amazing.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. I mean, that's the first step. That's what I would have done. If I was immediately, you get the parents. Absolutely. I love to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about mom driving you to practice in the Toyota Camry, man. Like, how supportive and influential was your mother?
Man, shout out to mom, all the moms, and I know your mom's amazing. Your mom's amazing.
That.
We all know how important a mom plays, and my mom got to support me. She came, she was cooking for me.
Yeah,
she was a nurse, so she left her job
Wow.
to come and kind of support me and made sure that I was ready to play in her own way, And so mama's always going to be good. Love you, Mom.
So you were like 18, I believe, at the time when you got sent to Villarreal. I mean, $10 million transfer fee. I mean, that was the most for an MLS player at the time ever. I mean, and you were 18 years old. How did you deal with that? You're going to a different country now. You got to get away from mom. I mean, that's unbelievable.
No, it's a good question. That's it was one of those things I'll never forget. Like, it's like week 4, and I'm in the hotel room, and something about Spain is obviously they speak Spanish, but in each kind of region they have a certain dialect.
Yeah.
So it wasn't only the Spanish, but they were speaking Castellón.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like I had to learn almost 2 different languages. I would look at the room service menu. I was like, I don't know none of this food. You turn on the TV, and it was like, I don't know none of these shows. So I was like really in a tough spot, but I rallied and I had a good support system. And I look back now, and like I said, those tough moments really helped me a lot in terms of growing as a person. So it was tough at first, but I have so many fond memories about that.
I got one more question for you. You ended up now, you're the part owner of the Bills. How did that come around? And as someone from South Florida, I believe, right? Yeah. How are you a Bills fan? How did that happen?
First of all, man, don't sleep on Florida.
All right.
You got all the snowbirds, so the Bills logo has been a constant in South Florida anyway. But I actually played professional soccer in Toronto, which is nearby.
Right.
So became a super fan of the team. As there's a huge Bills supportive groups and fan base in Southern Ontario. So that really got my exposure. And I spent a lot of time setting up my own family office and investing. And so when the opportunity came about, I knew this was the place for me. And I haven't looked back since. It's been an incredible experience.
That's awesome. Final thing, what's your Super Bowl prediction? Sorry to put you on the spot.
It is. Would have loved to be here.
Yeah.
It's tough being here and not having our boys in it. But, the Seahawks, I wish they can both lose. But if I got to choose one, the Seahawks.
You can't go for the Patriots.
We got our division rival in there. Don't want to see them win. If they do, they do. But, we're Seahawks this weekend.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
That'll do it here for Field Goals and Forecast.